Hi everybody, George Richards here with you. The Florida Panthers are the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. We're here, Amerant Bank Arena, waiting to get onto the ice. With me, my good friend, Jessica Blaylock. Jess.
Literally watching Paul Maurice hoist the cup right now, which is the best feeling in the world because this team, this coaching staff, this organization deserves it. Unbelievable performance once again in the playoffs. Incredible.
We talked before the playoffs started, is this Florida Panther team maybe better than last year's? And it's like, hey, they were the Stanley Cup. You can't now. I don't know. This was a machine out there.
Yeah, it really is crazy. And that's the one thing that both last year's team and this year's team obviously have in common is just the absolute depth on this roster. And give full credit to Bill Zito. You know, we thought it was going to be really difficult to replace guys like Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Brandon Montour and Ryan Lomberg. You go down the list of guys who made key contributions last year. And Zito knew exactly what this team needed, made key additions during the offseason. Obviously, the huge acquisitions at the trade deadline of not only Brad Marchand and obviously Seth Jones, but even Nico Sturm and Vanacek and every single guy that was acquired.
Played a role, right?
Played a role,
yeah.
And it truly takes a team to win the cup, and that's exactly what this group of guys is. It's not just a collection of individuals, it's truly a team, and it was on full display after Barkov skated around with the cup. The fact that they handed it to all of the guys who had never had a chance to hoist the cup before, it just speaks volumes as to who this team is.
I was going to say absolute class.
Yeah,
by
incredible.
Sasha Barkov and the Florida Panthers, because we were asking who's going to get it second. Well, Brad Marchand probably, right? Because this guy's been chasing it for the last couple of years. It's Nate Schmidt, and somebody goes, why Nate Schmidt? Because he's a nice guy? It's like, no. He's been chasing it his whole career.
Right.
He came here for peanuts to win the cup. And then everybody, Nosek got it, Seth Jones got
Mackie
it,
Samoskevich, it's just incredible. And again, it just speaks volumes to how much this team genuinely cares about each other. And even Matthew Tkachuk said it, right? When Matthew said, we want to, of course, win it again, but we mainly want to win it for these guys who haven't won a cup yet, and how much their energy drove what this team did all season, how much they relied upon those new guys to help them get back to the cup final. So truly just a beautiful night altogether. Yeah,
an unbelievable night for the Florida Panthers. A machine. They smoked the Tampa Bay Lightning. They had some trouble with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They smoked the Carolina Hurricanes. And listen, this series was not as close as it looked.
Right.
The Florida Panthers, it was a 3-2 series coming into Game 6, and they absolutely dominated.
Yeah, and there's
4 goals from Reinhart.
There's so many different things that we could point out as to why this team has been successful. Obviously, we've talked so much about the camaraderie, but Sergei Bobrovsky doing what he does best. Just, making the spectacular saves that have almost become commonplace to us because he just makes them all the time. The blue liners jumping in offensively, doing a great job in this series in particular, containing Connor McDavid. The forward lines, the depth scoring that you got, what Anton Lundell and Etulo Sarainen and Brad Marchand. We haven't even talked about Sam Bennett yet winning the Conn Smythe for all of his contributions, especially all of the goals that he scored on the road, which was a historic number. So, just from top to bottom, again, Paul Maurice putting Brad Marchand with Lundy and Lusty instead of what everybody thought, he was going to play alongside
the rat line,
Bennett
right?
and
that never
Tkachuk.
happened. It happened like once or twice.
Unbelievable decision by Paul Maurice. So, it takes a village, and this group, it's the village that I always want to be with.
No, I'm the village idiot. I think we're going to go on the ice, right? We're going to
go,
let's do it. Let's go on the ice. Katie didn't want to talk to us.
There's
We're going.
Muller.
Bye, everybody.
Go
Thank you,
Jets.
Jess.